Gauntlet and Corrupted Gauntlet. If you have seen my recent boss tier list, you will know that I put Corrupted Gauntlet in an S tier as some of OSRS's best content and is the beginning of truly testing your PvM skills, and it will greatly help prepare you for in-game content including raids. So today, I'm going to lead you through how to tackle Gauntlet and Corrupted Gauntlet. So I decided to do some investigative research to understand what OSRS Wiki, allegedly the most trusted source of OSRS information, had to say about Gauntlet and the Corrupted Gauntlet. And what did I learn? I learned, just like everything, OSRS Wiki complicates the shit out of the Gauntlet and Corrupted Gauntlet. So I'm here to save the day, teach you how to do it so damn easily so you can get your first kill. Firstly, your stat requirements. If this is going to be your first kill, I'd recommend 90 plus in your combat stats. Players that are familiar with the mechanics of the boss could definitely complete it at a lower level though. And what loot can you get from completing the Gauntlet? Most people are hunting the enhanced weapon seed to create the Bowfa or the Blade of Saeldor. You can also get armor seeds to create crystal armor and the very elusive Young Lift pet, which is one of the cooler pets in the game. This is a map of Prif. Gauntlet is located in the northwest area of Prif through the portal. When you enter the Gauntlet portal, this is where you will be. For your first attempt, right click this portal and ensure you go for the Gauntlet and not the Corrupted Gauntlet. You will know which is which as the Gauntlet field is blue, whereas the corrupted version is red. If you have Runelight, I would recommend getting the Gauntlet map plugin to assist with navigating a way around the Gauntlet battlefield. When you first start off, inside the square are the tiles you want to focus on for resources. Reason for this is because outside of the square are monsters to kill, which you won't have the appropriate gear to kill efficiently yet. But within the square are the lowest level monsters you will be able to kill without too much effort. But once you do get more experience within the Gauntlet, you will be able to gauge going outside of this square early, depending on the map. The other squares on the map to be aware of are the ones marked in green. These are where you'll find either a dragon, which drops the resource for the best magic weapon, the Dark Beast, which drops the resource for the best range weapon, and a bear, which drops the resource for the best melee weapon. You only want to tackle these once you have upgraded your gear a bit. So I'm going to split this PvM boss into two parts. Part 1 is your preparation phase, with part 2 being the actual fight with the boss. So here we go. Part 1, preparation phase. Now what is the goal of the preparation phase? The goal is actually very simple. Get 2 good weapons, get armor, get food, get some prayer pots. That is it. So how do we do this? Well, the first thing you need to know is the Gauntlet currency is shards. Whenever you undertake an action, you have a chance to receive shards as seen here. Whenever you kill a monster, they will also drop shards. So you create those things I just spoke about with resources along with the shards. So now, what do you need to get ready for the fight? For the normal Gauntlet, I'd recommend getting tier 1 armor, 2 times perfected weapons, 2 times prayer potions, and as much food as you can get. Now, I know this probably doesn't mean that much, but I'm going to walk you through it. What this means is you need 3 times sheep wool. It's got some other fancy name, but I call it sheep wool. 3 times ores, and 3 times logs. That is what you need for the tier 1 armor, along with your shards. For the prayer pots, you need 2 of the herbs and 2 vials. Vials are gained from the starter area. And then 2 weapon frames. Weapon frames are obtained from killing other monsters. Along with the weapon frames, you need 2 out of 3 of the big monsters drops that I mentioned earlier to get your perfected weapons. And then lastly, food is obtained through fishing spots you find, and then cooking the fish at the starter area. Okay, so that was a lot, and I know that was a lot to take in. So I'm going to roll you through here a clip that I've got of me running a normal Gauntlet, explain what's happening so you can do it yourself. So straight away, I've found some pieces of wool. All I need are 3, so I've found 3 straight away. Each of these strains gives you 3 of them. So straight away I've got 3, and I've found some stuff to cut some wood. Remember, I only need 3, so as soon as I've got my 3, I can get rid of my axe, save up the inventory space for something else. Look, now I've found some more. I've got some ore as well, so 3 ore. I don't need the pickaxe after I've got the ore. So already I've got everything I need for tier 1 armor. I've got the 3 sheep wool, I've got the 3 ores, and I've got the 3 pieces of wood. Now I need to get, I've got a herb, I found a herb there, so pick up that herb, and now I can kill some monsters. These are the easy ones that aren't too difficult to kill. Kill them, and I need a weapon frame for one of them. When there's 3 of them in the room, one of them is guaranteed to drop a weapon frame, so this one should do it, and there it is. So now you want to keep going around, and you just want to find the resources that you have. So there we go. You see that here I've got another herb. So now that's my second herb. That's all I need for the herbs. And I got my first fishing spot, so I can start getting some fish for the food. Once that's depleted, look, I got some more wool. I've got some more wood cutting if I need that, but I don't need it because I've already got it. I don't need to kill the monster because I've already got the weapon frame. And now I just make my way around that square that I talked about earlier, and I go back to the starting point. Now at the starting point, you've got a range, so you can cook your fish there. So there you go, I've cooked my 4 fish, they're ready to eat. And now you go to the singing bowl. Now let me quickly pause here for you. Now what does this stuff mean? This is where the currency of shards becomes paramount. To create the things you need to have shards, in which in that short duration, I've collected 147 shards in that time, as you can see in my inventory. I know from experience the most important thing I need is a level 2 weapon, so in the future I can kill the big boy bosses, so I can get the resource to create the perfect weapon. I personally go for the bow, but it ultimately doesn't matter which one you choose. Now that is priority number 1. Priority number 2 is getting 2 vials so I can make my potions. Potions are important in the preparation phase because they not only act as a prayer potion, they act as a stamina potion. And if you don't have one, it's not uncommon to run out of run in the preparation phase. Those are the 2 main goals when you come back to the starter room for the first time. If you do still have shards left over, you can begin working on your armor. So now we go down to the bottom right corner, and you see there's a tap there. That's where I can fill the vials up next to the cooking range. I use the potions with my herbs, and it'll create the unfinished potion. To finish it off, you need to use your shards on the pestle and mortar to make some dust. The dust with the unfinished potion creates the final product. Now as you look on the map, I'm on the far left hand side, where in the blue where you would usually find bosses. Now in this case I didn't find a boss, but I found 2 of the bigger boys. They drop a lot more shards, and I would not be able to kill them as fast as I am without the bow. That is why it is a necessity to upgrade your bow as fast as you can. I got 170 shards from those 2. That's more than I got that whole time, and exactly what I need. To kill the big boys, there are no special mechanics that you need to know about. With the bear, protect melee, or you can safe spot him like I am here. For the dragon, you protect mage, and then the dark beast, you protect range. It's that simple. So as you can see, I've got the crystal spike and I've got another weapon frame, so now I can make a perfected melee weapon. To do that, I need to go back to the singing bowl at the start of the room, make a tier 2 melee weapon using the weapon frame, and then upgrade it with the crystal spike. It does cost quite a few shards to do, but that's okay. Now I'm going to continue. I found some more fishing spots here because I do need more food for the final fight. Fill my inventory up. After this, the last thing I need is 1 more perfected weapon, and we're good to go for the boss fight. And here we go. So I pick up the bowstring. I don't need a weapon frame, but because I've already got the tier 2 bow, I use the teleport crystal to go right back to the start, cook the fish, and now what I want to do is 2 things. I want to make 2 perfected weapons, and I want to finish off my armor, and then we're good to go for the final fight. So here we go. So from this point, you want to equip your armor. Anything that is not food, potion, or your perfected second weapon can be essentially dropped. Once you've got that, you're good to go, ready for the fight. So here we go, part 2, the fight. So this is Hunlith. A quick breakdown of how this boss works. He only attacks with range and mage. His first attack will always be range, so protect from range right from the start every time. When he stomps the floor with a small animation around him, this will be on his 4th attack. This is to identify that he's changed from a rage attack to a mage attack. You need to pray accordingly. He also will randomly use an attack that will disable your prayer. It is essential that you identify this so you can turn your correct prayer back on as fast as you can. He also has a melee stomp, and if you get too close to him, he will stomp you and it'll heal very high damage. As long as you stick away from him, the stomp is irrelevant. So you need to attack Hunlif with whatever style he is not praying. Every 6th attack, he will protect against whatever that 6th attack is. So if he's praying melee and you attack him 5 times with range, and then your 6th time is also range, he's then going to protect range, which is where your second perfected weapon comes into play. You then switch to another combat style and you attack him again for another 6 hits. Hunlif has 2 special attacks that occur throughout the fight. The first is he will colour tiles on the ground. After a few seconds, the tiles will change colour and they will damage you very quickly and very heavily if you don't step off of them fast. His other special attack is tornadoes. In this case, I'm going to call it the storm, and I'll explain that in a bit. But during the storm, he will summon tornadoes that increase his number as his HP decreases, and they will hone on you. If they reach you, they'll do heavy damage to you, especially if it's more than one tornado. So, your object with Hunlif is simple. Attack him with the correct combat style, pray correctly against him, identify when he turns your prayer off and turn it back on, dodge the tiles on the floor, and then finally navigate through the battleground without getting hit by the tornadoes. It sounds like a lot, and to begin with, it is a lot. But luckily, you got Shelfer Boy here to give you some tips to make this seamless and really easy. Now I'm going to take you back in time to a time where you were learning maths in school. You would have been taught the order of operations, which you may commonly known as BEDMAS or PEDMAS depending on where you're from. The order of operations teaches you what to solve first in a mathematical equation. In this case, Corrupted Gauntlet is being treated exactly the same, in which I am now calling the Order of the Gauntlet. I've come up with my own acronym for the Order of the Gauntlet, which unfortunately doesn't quite flow as well as BEDMAS or PEDMAS. I call it TSPA. TSPA simply stands for Tiles, Storm, Prayer, and then Attack. TSPA refers to your order of priority for how to tackle the gauntlet, especially when the special attacks of the tiles and the storm occur. Note how I had to call the tornadoes the storm to avoid the double T in the acronym. And it's just rinse and repeat. 4 of them again, focus on survival. When you're far away from the storm, you can attack him. He's changed, I need to change. Let me replay this and slow this down, okay? So, the moment the storm comes up, I'm in a situation here because not only do I have tiles and storm, I'm in a bad position because all 4 of the storm tornadoes are going to come towards me. So what I need to do is get to a good spot and get away from it. How I do this is simply move to this tile right here and use TSPA. The tiles are the priority. You need to get into a position where you aren't compromised to take damage from the tiles. The storm is going to follow you no matter what you do. So once you have the tiles sorted, you can then focus on the storm. Once you have the tile sorted, the easiest way to navigate the storm is click as far away to a safe tile as possible, just like shown here. This will give you the most distance between the storm and yourself, and may even give you the ability to attack Hunlif during this phase. But, let me reiterate, especially if you are learning, if you get a storm and tile combination, you are better to focus on surviving rather than trying to attack Hunlif. You'll have way too many unnecessary deaths when learning by trying to attack him when your focus should be somewhere else. The last thing I want to talk about using TSPA for is prayer. And I already know some people are going to heavily disagree with me and they will say that prayer is and always should be the main priority. In no way am I saying that prayer isn't a priority because it is a necessity utility, one that requires a lot of attention, but I justify my priority with the tiles and the storm because both of those have the ability to make you go from full HP to death in less than a second. Being hit off prayer will not kill you immediately, and you can afford, especially at full HP, to get hit off prayer a single time to avoid being hit by 4 tornadoes coming at you or running across a whole set of tiles. In no way am I ignoring prayer, because you cannot complete this boss without prayer. All I'm saying is take the 2 seconds it takes to have the tiles and storms sorted, and then your entire focus can be on your prayer. Use TSPA. Once your prayer is sorted, use your attacks correctly. So I'm going to let the full fight play out here in the normal gauntlet. This is the same run that was used earlier in the video for the preparation phase. Enjoy! Okay, so that was the Gauntlet. I'm going to go through a live run of the Corrupted Gauntlet. This is a bit harder. It's going to take you a little bit to get into. My advice for this, you want level 2 armor, and you still want both of your perfected weapons. You also want a bit more food, because he is a lot tankier, and he does take a lot more to die, and your tip damage is a lot more compared to the regular Gauntlet. Okay, so I'm going to get straight into it and walk you through exactly how I think. Look at the map and go straight to any of the ones on the right. Straight away, I spawn with food. So food is good. I can get that done and out of the way. Hopefully, I can get some crystal shard things here as well. So I'm actually just going to go to all 4 of these spots, straight to the cooker, and cook it all and drop it. Because that means my food's pretty much done and out of the way. There you go. And you can get some corrupted shards from crystal shards. You can get some shards from doing activities, wood cutting, fishing, all that kind of stuff. So this should be enough for the fight. So that's done out of the way, easy. Yeah, so I'm just going to run straight back because it's right there. Because it's right there, it's going to save me a bit of time later, because your inventory does fill up a lot more in the Corrupted Gauntlet because you need so much more. So let me quickly talk about armor. So in the regular gauntlet, I said you only need level 1 armor. My advice is for the corrupted gauntlet, you want level 2 armor. What that means is you need not just 3 ores, 3 barks, and 3 sheep wools. You need 7. It costs 7 to get all of those. So it is a little bit more. Let me quickly kill these. And then I'll go make myself a weapon because I've got a weapon frame. Given that the ore's here, I'm also just going to quickly get some ore. Now, with your ore, your bark, and your sheep wool, you want to drop it by the singing bowl. Or in a place that you can remember, because you need 7 of each. I just put it there. There you go. Some wool. So I know I've got 3 ore, so... I've got 3 of each now. Pick up some of the herbs. And also, now I've got 6 ore. No, I'm not going to get more fish. Move on to the next one. Still more fish, but I'll take the more herbs. And now the next room will be a boss one. Or the possibility of a boss one. So there we go. I can finish off the barks now. So once I get 4 more barks, that's 7. 3, 6. Oh, and the ore. Sorry, I need 1 more ore. So the ores are done. So now I can drop my pickaxe. I need 1 more bark. And that will also be my barks done. There you go. Drop the axe, drop the pickaxe. And we've got a dragon. So dragon means he's going to drop a magic staff, okay? So magic is going to be my secondary perfect weapon. So all I need now is 4 more pieces of wool and my weapons, and we're good to go for the fight. I may possibly need more shards. Another... If I kill this one, I don't think he drops the same thing. I'm hoping he's going to drop a bow. Nope, he dropped the spike, so that's not ideal. Okay, I'm going to quickly teleport back to base. And I just made level 1 armor. One, two, three. Sorry, before we forget, you always want a teleport crystal. Here we go. Got another teleport crystal. Fill these up. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to run south now. I've got the spike if I have to use it, if I run out of time. But preferably, I'm going to find a Dark Beast. Here we go, Dark Beast, you butte. So I'm going to get rid of the spike, because I don't want the spike. So now I still need 4 more sheep wool. And that's it. And just more shards so I can make it all. So I've got 2 minutes left before the fight will begin. So you still got time. Just make sure you always have one of these. If you teleport back to base, make sure you buy another one. Don't need to kill him. Here we go. That's exactly what I need. But I need more shards. Because I'm not going to be able to make these weapons. And finish off these armor. So, I'm going to quickly try and find some unicorns or the scorpions. Because they drop the most. They drop a good amount of shards. There we go. Wolf and a unicorn. They drop a good amount. Is that enough? 166. It's close. Make these into 2 4 doses. I've got 1 minute 13, so I'm going to quickly check the next room. I'll quickly kill these, only because I think I'm going to just need a few more shards than what I have. And as soon as these ones are done, I'm going to teleport back and get myself ready for the fight now. I've got everything I need. Here we go. 287 shards. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. Don't need this, don't need this, don't need this, don't need... Oh, sorry, I do need... I've got 2 weapon frames in there. Quickly make the perfect bow, make the perfect staff, and now pick all of this up and make level 2 armor. You won't see anything change in your inventory, but in your... what you're wearing will change. Level 2 armor. So this is all level 2. I've got my perfected items. I can get rid of everything else. Pick up my fish. 20 seconds. And now we're ready for the fight. Okay, he's going to start with protecting range. So I want to start with a mage attack. And I want to protect range. He will always attack you with range to begin with. There we go. So once again, tiles are the priority. Get away from the tiles. And he's going to change first. There we go. He's changed. After this attack, he's now protecting. So now I need to range. And now remember tiles and the storm. So run away. He's changed. So I need to change my prayers. Here we go. He's going to change to protect from range in a second. Just like I need to change. Oh, almost on a tile, but we're safe here. Remember, your priority is not to attack him. It's to be safe. He's just changed again, so I need to protect. If you have to run away and not worry about attacking, run away. It's better to run away and get your composure back than it is to die doing a silly mistake, okay? When the storm is here, the tornadoes, just run if you have to. Just focus on surviving. Don't worry about hitting him. He's changed, I change. And storm's back, so where is it? Oh, okay, I want to run. Hit him when you can. He's just changed, so I need to change. Try not to get too close to him, because he will stomp on you. Why am I hitting nothing? Why am I still hitting nothing? Let's eat up. Full. I'm safe on these tiles. He's changed, and I'm going to have to change my to mage in a second. Run away from the storm. She'll priority. He's just... Oh, okay. He's now protecting range, so I need to change... He was protecting mage, so I need to change to range. Tiles are almost on me, but I'm safe here. Get to a spot where I can't... Oh, okay. He will change soon, and I will have to change. He's changed. Just get away. Be safe. Better to be safe than... If you have to just not attack him during the storm, just don't attack him. Just focus on survival. Focus on staying away from the storm, protecting, and not being on the tiles. Oh, I'm on the wrong. There you go. Now, back to range. He's just changed as well, so I need to change. Storm's back, so I need to focus on surviving. You can attack him if you can, if you get the chance. Oh, I'm on the bad tile, so I need to run. Yep, I'm safe. Put your prayer back up. Nice. I accidentally ran on a tile there, and you see I did 20 damage. You do not want to be on the tiles. Okay, so it's getting harder and harder. You got 4 storms here, so this is a pretty hard configuration. But you need to just run. Run, 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 run. He's now protecting, so I need to change to range. We're almost there. He doesn't have too much more health. This does require a bit of focus. I'm safe here. And it's just rinse and repeat. 4 of them again. Focus on survival. When you're far away from the storm, you can attack him. He's changed. I need to change. When you do it more and more, you will get used to when he's going to be changing and what prayer you need to be on. And he's almost dead. One more hit. Maybe one more. And that's it. That's the Corrupted Gauntlet. Done and dusted. It does take a lot. Focus on your tiles. Focus on your tornadoes. Then your prayers. And then attack. If you cannot attack, don't worry about DPS. Save yourself. And be a spoon like me and pull an enhanced weapon seed. Never lucky. That's it.